Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Quran in English Basics for Beginners. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. And a sign for them is that we bore their race through the flood in the loaded ark. And we have created for them similar vessels on which they ride. So when the Prophet Noah, or Nuh alayhi salam, when he shared the message of truth with his people, La ilaha illallah, that there is only one God, and his people refused him. He invited them to the truth during the day and at the night, in public and in private, secretly, and in various ways. He tried for years and years and years, 950 years, until eventually he gave up and he asked God most merciful to punish the disbelievers. God in his mercy then inspired him to build the very first ship on the planet Earth. So far, human beings did not know that you can travel on water with a loaded ark or a boat or a ship. So God most merciful inspired the Prophet Noah with a design in his brain as to how he must chop the trees down and make planks out of it, and from that he must join the various planks together, and through that he will make a ship. So this was the very first ship that was built on the planet Earth. And through that, human beings have now learned how to create other types of vessels, whether it is the shipping containers that we see here or similar other things. That means we can also have motor cars and planes and trains. That means God most merciful has given human beings the ability to use the tools in nature in the same way that God most merciful inspired the Prophet Noah, that look around you in nature, look at the trees. With the trees, you can manufacture a transport vehicle for you. So now the Prophet Noah is no longer looking at a tree just as a piece of plank or wood that is going to build a fireplace out of it. But now you can say, oh, okay, that tree can actually be a vehicle for me. Similarly, today's human beings have now dug under the soil and they've been taking out iron and making plastic and so on. And with that, they've created or manufactured motor cars, planes, trains, spaceships, and so on which they can ride. So now they understand that we can use the resources of the earth, use your brain power, and with that you can manufacture tools on which you can ride. If it were our will, we could drown them. Then would there be no helper to hear their cry, nor could they be delivered. So once again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Creator Supreme, has subdued the ocean so that the ocean 99% of the time is calm, so that millions of container ships can float on them. You have yachts, you have boats, you have all types of vehicles, whether it is on the ocean, on the rivers, on the lakes, where through that people can sail on them or move on them. But if it was the will of the Creator, He could have made a tumultuous ocean and suddenly they could have drowned through that. But it is through His mercy that He is allowing human beings to be able to manufacture vehicles on which they can sail or on which they can use to ride for transport. Except by way of mercy from us and by way of worldly convenience to serve them for a time. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah.